Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother, Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
Yes, that's right. This is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. It's episode 513. And we are hanging out in the Adafruit Discord server. If you'd like to join us throughout the show, you can pop on by the Adafruit Discord server and say hello. That's where we're hanging out. We'll take a couple of moments to let folks come and join the stream. We're streaming on all the usual places: YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, and X. So if you want to say anything there, we can bring in any questions, comments from those chats. We can bring them in the show and answer them, talk about them. But also, we're on Discord, adafruit.gg/Discord. Is that the link? Yeah, discord.gg/Adafruit. It's up here in the purple bar. So I'll welcome everybody that's on the show when I see some comments. And I'm going to jump right into the freebies that we got going on. So we have different free items that get automatically added to your cart. Starting off with orders at $99 or more, folks are going to get a free PCB coaster with a golden Adafruit logo pictured there in the top left. If folks' orders go up to $149 or more, they're going to get a free PCB coaster plus a free KB2040. That's the lovely microcontroller featuring the RP2040 chip from Raspberry Pi. And at the top tier, $199 or more, they get the KB2040, the PCB coaster, and free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. All the details are on that website, adafruit.com/free. Again, they get automatically added to your cart. And while you're there, why not use our 10% off discount coupon code PLAYMUSIC? Type that out, play music, all one word, in your checkout to get 10% off your order. The coupon code expires in the next 24 hours. So get on it. Thank you, everybody, for putting in their orders as well. We have lots of stuff in stock. Giving shout outs to Vince, saying hello in the Discord.
Also got Brent and DeWester hanging out.
Oh, hey, I missed them. Hey, Brent, and hello, DeWester. Thank you for joining us live. All right.
Anybody else hanging out?
We have a special guest today. This is Winnie. She is a kitty cat. Hello, Winnie. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. All right. So this week we are going to talk about the audio project that we got going on. Pedro, you have one built. Thank you so much for building one. You have two youngsters, and you were able to get them to play around with it, which is very fun. This is the project we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks now, I think. 3 weeks, something like that. It's a PropMaker RP2040 Feather with an Adalogger FeatherWing. It's got a speaker, it's got a color sensor, and it's got a rotary encoder connected via I2C. So the idea here is that we're using these assortment of Duplo Lego bricks to trigger different audio files. So we have the sensor in the center here, and the idea is you pop this in, you click the rotary encoder, purple. It detects the color. It uses the NeoPixel that's built into the rotary encoder to display the color. Purple. You can turn it up, you can turn it down, you can pause it. You can swap out the MP3 files. It's using MP3s as the audio files. So I have here a different color. Let me go ahead and pop that in. Yellow. Okay, we got yellow. What's this one? Green. We got green. How about this one? What color is that? Blue. And it's blue. But also, we have a bunch of these pastel colors. I wonder what these trigger. Let's try this one. This kind of buttery colored butter. Hey, it's playing music. So we can turn it up, turn it down. We can pause by clicking, pause to resume. And that's the main functionality of the project. We have, from a design standpoint, the things that I've changed. Previously, I had just a regular rotary encoder knob, this one here, which is nice. But then over the weekend, I thought it'd be cool if I made this Duplo compatible. So these are little 2x2 kind of studs that are the same dimensions and sizes and spacing between the tubes, just like a normal Duplo brick. So that means we can add little additions. Here is a Duplo kind of flower petal thing, and that fits right in the center here. And you can use it as a kind of additional accessory for the knob, which is cool. Let me click it in. And also you can add a brick as well. So this brick would fit on there like that. Kind of silly, kind of fun. Another thing that I really wanted was the ability to kind of store multiple bricks. So you can have a stack of bricks, fit them up here like that, or you can create some sort of, building or structure like this using an assortment of bricks. This is a 2x, let's say 6 brick set, and they fit comfortably, snugly on the top there. So you can kind of adorn this and make it into some kind of fun thing. So that was a lot of fun. Let's see what else. We got USB port accessible here on the side. That's the Feather RP2040 PropMaker. So you can load that in there. It's got a AA battery pack in there, safe for kids, and then just an on-off switch here. Yeah, it's got a handle, so you can pick it up, do stuff with it. You can, in the code, if you have different colors. So Pedro actually has a different Duplo Lego set that has different colors. So he was able to use the REPL to detect what the color values are and add a new, assign a color, assign a NeoPixel color, and assign an MP3 file to that color using the REPL, because that's what the code does. It'll spit out whatever it detects. And I think I forgot to mention, when you don't have a brick and it doesn't recognize something, it has a boot chime, by the way. When you start it up, it has a boot chime. And when it doesn't see a brick, it'll say, it says, uh-oh, it's Adabot. I sampled Adabot saying uh-oh from one of the Circuit Playground episodes. So that's just kind of like a fun, cute little thing. You pop in the brick and it plays the song. All right, that's the project in a nutshell. Yeah, so why don't we take a look? We'll answer questions if we have any, but for now, I'm going to jump right into the Adafruit Learn system and kind of walk through the project. And then after I talk about this, Pedro, I want you to talk about how you took the base code and used Claude code to just add all these cool features to it that you thought would be really fun. We wanted to keep the project really kind of simple because we're breaking down the code bits. So we didn't want to have a bunch of features in it. Yeah. Great. We got the comment here from Tyeth on Twitch. And he's asking, is this a bit like the Yodo players? The brick defines the story or song. Yeah, this was inspired by the Yodo players. Originally, I wanted to kind of riff off of the Minecraft jukebox. And Lamar suggested, hey, let's not make it exactly look like a Minecraft item, just to avoid any copyright stuff. Let's do an original design and use a Duplo Lego bricks as the medium to trigger the different songs. Duplo has really solid colors that are always going to be the same shade of blue. So I went out and bought a brick box set that has like a couple different colors, and I made I think it's 11 colors that are assigned in the code. What else was he asking? Anything else did he ask?
Oh, does the brick define the story or song? Oh, yeah, based on the color.
Yeah, based on the color. So the idea is Originally, we were going to be like, hey, let's have the yellow brick play the Yellow Submarine from the Beatles, but we can't really
You can do
display
that. People can do that on their own,
People
though.
can do that on their own, but I didn't want to distribute that. And I already have a bunch of color audio files that I recorded and added little bits of music to the background. I thought that was a good way to kind of quickly demo all the different colors. It doesn't have to be these exact, audio files. But I thought it made sense. Red is red, green is green, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And we can add you can record whatever you want or assign whatever MP3 you want to it. So yeah, let's take a look at the guide.
Oh, real quick, the meditation mode. So
yeah, that's not part of the main code. We're going to talk about that after as an additional thing because it's not documented. Because we wanted to keep it really simple so that folks can add their own features to it. Cool. You there? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
I'm reading over here.
Okay, good. Yeah, so go to learn.adafruit.com. You can find the guide is published now. Published it a couple moments ago. It uses the Feather RP2040 PropMaker Feather. We have the Adalogger FeatherWing, which also has an RTC on it, but we were mainly using just the SD card slot so that we can load a bunch of MP3 files. It's using a color sensor that is the AS7341. It's a 10-channel light color sensor breakout that connects over a stemma QT cable over I2Z. And then for the rotary encoder, we're using the I2Z stemma QT rotary encoder breakout. It's got a built-in NeoPixel as well. For the audio, we're using a mono enclosed speaker. It's a 3-watt, 4-ohm speaker. And to have both of the feathers not stacked and more on side by side, we're using the FeatherWing doubler, which has these female socket headers on it. We also have some cables, USB cables, stemma QT cables, micro SD card, the battery holder, a slide switch, a couple of silicone cover stranded ribbon cable wires for the slide switch, and an additional 12-pin and 16-pin female header set. Most of these things are in stock. The only things that aren't in stock is the rotary encoder and the doubler, but hopefully we get those in stock later in the coming weeks, months. Also, I wanted to link the Duplo brick box that I got. This is kind of the basic one that you can get in your local supermarket. I was able to get mine from a store called Target. We have Target here in the States. And yeah, it was like $29. I think it was on sale. But yeah, you get 65 pieces and it has all those colors. And then the last thing I have here is just the hardware fasteners. You need an assortment of screws to attach and secure all the parts together. Onto the circuit diagram. Here's what it looks like. We have the two feathers side by side. And then we have the stemma QT rotary encoder in the color sensor daisy chained via stemma QT cable that then plugs into the stemma QT port on the Feather RP2040 PropMaker. The PropMaker has screw block terminals, so that's how we're able to connect the speaker, just 2 wires to the I2S amplifier. And then we have to solder in 2 wires to ground and enable pin for the slide switch so that we can turn it on and off. And that's the circuit diagram. You'll want to install the latest version of CircuitPython onto the Feather RP2040 PropMaker. This page walks you through that. Huge shout out to Liz Clark for putting together the code for this one. So here is the code. It has comments. It's readable. Here is the dictionary where the bricks are stored, the color values in the song and the NeoPixel color. They're all listed here. So we have I think we have 11 colors here. And down here, we show how your CircuitPy drive should look like, including all the libraries. One thing you should know is you want to have the MP3s So we're distributing these MP3s, right? It's just the sample audio that we have, but also there's some songs there that are from Dan Q, who works for Adafruit. I'll talk about Dan Q's songs in a minute, but what you want to do is you want to download the project bundle, get the library and the code.py file onto your Feather PropMaker, and then you'll want to take the MP3 files and put them in your SD card and in the root of the SD card. So we walk you through that. You want to make sure that the MP3s are in the micro SD card and not the SD folder. The SD folder is automatically generated, and it's just a way CircuitPython emulates. It's kind of like an alias almost for writing to the SD card on the Adalogger FeatherWing. So here are all the MP3 files, just a screenshot of the files that you'll get. You want to make sure that those are in the SD card and not the SD folder. Got to iterate. And then the rest of the breakdown just walks you through how we're setting up all the pins, the SD card, the audio, the color sensor. Here's the brick stuff. This is where you can add or remove colors, songs to the brick dictionary. And then if you find that your bricks need a little massaging of the sensitivity, you can do that here in this part of the code. Yeah, and then you can change any of the things like the default volume is set to half. You can increase that or lower that as you wish. You can change the boot chime as well here. And the loop is broken down as well. So that's we're trying to keep it really simple because if we keep adding more features to it, it's going to be a little bit hard to digest, and we'll just have to break it down even more. So we just want to keep it like, high level. This is a good baseline if folks want to add new additional features. This is I think it's a good breaking out point, jumping off point. So that's the code. As far as the CAD files go, the only thing you can download all the 3MF files. They're oriented to print as is. And then I also have the CAD source as a step file and a Fusion file. I think I also added the VR file that you can use a VR viewer if you want to see the model. Yeah, so here's what it looks like. The minimum build volume. So you're gonna need a 3D printer with at least a minimum build volume of 100 by 70 by 158 millimeters. And the knob does need a little bit of support material because it's just the weird geometry that it has. Otherwise, nothing else needs support material, so that's nice. And then, of course, if you ever need any 3D models of Adafruit parts, like the Feather RP2040 PropMaker, you can download that from our GitHub repo, which is linked here in the guide. Okay. The rest of the guide walks you through setting up everything, soldering the headers to all the various boards. So that's all documented there. This is a big note here. If you're ever using AA batteries, alkaline batteries with your Feather, and you want it to be portable, there is a little trace on the back of the Feather that will disable LiPo charging. This must be cut to prevent accidentally battery calamity with alkaline batteries when the USB is plugged in. So you definitely want to do that if you're using AA batteries. So that's why that trace is there. Just cut it with a hobby knife or a pair of flush nips. The other thing you want to do is disable the LED on the back of the sensor to prevent any accidental color reading, because of the way the sensor is enclosed, the onboard LED is green, and it'll actually detect the green color that throws off some of the color sensing. So you can cut the LED, you can cut the trace on the back of the color sensor to disable that LED. And if you ever want it back, you can just jump it with some solder. But yeah, that is something funny that I found. Yeah, and the next page will walk you through soldering the slide switch. We actually solder it to the doubler FeatherWing because it has additional pins, making it easy to solder. It'd be hard to solder to, like, I don't know, one of the leads, because it is using the male header pins to connect to the sockets on the doubler. So that's what we have it soldered to the doubler. Makes it easy. And then once that's soldered up, you can test the switch with the battery here. All right, the assembly is just going to walk through putting all the parts together. Most of it is all secured with machine screws. Definitely want to use machine screws and not nylon screws, because you got to kind of create some threads into the parts. Yeah, it's just a nice breaking down step by step all the different parts. It's all linear, so you want to put it together in this way. Everything gets connected. Yeah, did you find anything in the assembly, Pedro, that
just a little bit of
challenging?
going from 2.5 to 3.
Yeah,
threes.
yeah.
It's a little switching back and forth.
It is switching back and forth, mainly because the mounting holes on the color sensor and mostly all feathers, feather wings, stem QT, they all use M25 screws, and I have a ton of M3 screws, so that's my excuse. Is use the M3 screws for the rest of the parts, and then I wanted a chunkier screw on the handle just to give some more girth, so I used M5 screws for the handle. But yeah, it is a little like kind of going back and forth between the two different screw sizes, but at least they're all called out. They're all there in the guide. Pedro, you built it before I had the written out assembly, so you were just kind of like, I guess these screws work, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have them all in the same container, so it's
right.
Just going back, so it's not too difficult. It's just like, oh no,
yeah,
this one looks bigger than the other one. For the mounts. Yep. Where the one right next to it was a 2.5, the other one, like the slide switch is a 3, and then the
exactly, yeah. For this one, it's the color sensor. I stuck with all M25s, but then for the speaker and the rotor encoder, it's using 3mm M3s. Yeah. So that's the assembly in a nutshell. It's all broken down. The last page is the usage page, which is pretty much just how do you use it? You put in a brick, you click the thing, and it says the audio file. So if no brick is detected, it'll say, uh-oh. Yeah. So that's the learn guide in a nutshell. Try to keep it simple. The assembly is
Yoda.
Yeah. The assembly is it's a little lengthy because it just kind of has to be.
Yeah, there's a lot of putting together things.
You have to put it together in the right order too. So make sure to do that. All right. So I want to do a quick shout out to Dan Q, who's on the Adafruit team. He does all the music for the various shows. And this was a great project to use a lot of Dan's songs. So if you go to Adafruit's SoundCloud page, you can listen to all the songs. Go to the tracks, and you can see Dan is adding fresh new beats weekly. And Pedro, you use a lot of Dan's songs for all of the different Timelapse Tuesday videos, and folks on our team will use Dan Q's songs for our various content and stuff. So this was a great like opportunity to share and publish Dan's music. So for this particular project, I have all of the pastel bricks play his song. So I chose what was it? We have 1, 2, 3. I chose
so
5.
Songs on there.
Yeah, I chose 5 of my favorite Dan Q songs,
Yeah.
and I assigned them to just these various colors here.
Yeah, so he's got a variety of different type of music. So like house and like drum and bass, and like mellow melody ones.
Yeah, some chill, some a little bit more hardcore, kind of dancey, trancey kind of songs. Super cool though, and they're great
variety of genre.
Yeah. So big shout outs to Dan Q. This is like Dan Q's moment to like utilize his music. Yeah,
check it out on SoundCloud.com/Adafruit, and you'll see all the latest tracks there.
Yeah,
there every single week, seeing what new has dropped. So it's like, Christmas morning every day.
Yeah. So it's awesome. So big shout out to Dan Q. That's where we got the music. That's great.
There are some on there still from Tom White as well. So if the further you scroll down, you'll see.
Yeah, that's right, Tom White. Yeah,
yeah. We used so many of his songs that it was.
Yeah, it's time to switch it up.
Yeah,
and get some new jams up in there. All right, so that is the code. Pedro, I want to talk about your stuff. You built the project and you're like, okay, I want to add some features to it. So tell me, what did you add?
So this was all because of the kids. Again, the Yodo player, there is a bunch of meditation little NFC cards that you slide in there. And we were like, oh, that'd be cool if we could like change modes between that. So we went into Claude and added some functionality to be able to just play in a different folder by itself. So you can organize a bunch of different like chill music to just do like a meditation mode. So if you triple click, it'll start playing some of like the chill tracks that Dan Q has, and then all of the, you know, volume and pause and resume. That all works. And then double click to skip the track. So we added all that functionality in there in a different folder on the SD card, just called like meditation. So you can name that whatever you want and add all of the chill tracks on there for like a meditation build. Declan actually used this because it's a lot easier than the Yodo. If you guys don't know, you have to like connect your phone to it, or, you know, freaking kids lose the cards all the time. And I think it's like $20 for like per card. If you've been following along, Scott and Liz on their playground, the music is already on the SD card. So all the NFC card does is just enable it to play. So, you know, that the kind of knowing that you got to pay $20 to allow the music to play that's already on.
It's like they're locked behind a paywall and you have to unlock them, even though they're already on. Yeah, so that's a little iffy ethically software to do, but that's the way we are in this world.
You got to make your money somehow.
Yeah, right.
But
that's where the money
so
is.
we were like, okay, we could just add that mode onto there. So yeah, me and Noah just went back and forth on what functions we could add on there, like the double click to skip the pause, and then triple click to exit out of there.
Yeah, it's amazing how much functionality you can get from doing a triple click. You could do a long click if you wanted a long press.
Oh yeah.
So it's interesting that you can
quadruple click.
Quadruple,
so there's a bunch of different modes you can go into.
8 clicks and it plays a chime bell.
Oh.
No, but no, it's a good. We wanted to avoid feature creep, but after the project's like set, we're like, okay, now what do we want to add to it? For you, it's meditation. I liked it as just like a way to play music. It's almost like the radio mode or something, where you can just quickly play a song without having to use a color or a brick, you know. So that's a cool thing too. There's still a lot of things on the Feather that we could utilize. So there's an accelerometer. So if you wanted to shake it and do some sort of sound effect, you can use Claude to do that.
It's true.
It's already built into it, right? It has an RTC on it, on the FeatherWing, so you could do something where it changes music depending on the time of day, or the day or the month. So you can do all sorts of fun stuff with the stuff that we already have built into the project. So again, we think it's a good jumping off point for folks that want to add additional features. Like it's definitely possible from a software standpoint.
Yeah. Lego radio.
Lego radio. Yeah, I think we could do, if you wanted to add a FeatherWing, like an airlift FeatherWing, you could do some Wi-Fi stuff, maybe play some internet radio or something.
Yeah.
Let me see what folks are saying on Discord.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
And then like triple click to change the station or whatever.
Yeah, mostly just links. Vince is saying I would totally create a mode-based playlist based on the brick colors. Red equals metal, black is goth, blue is shoegaze. That's a cool idea. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, it's pretty much set up that way. Just add the MP3s to whatever color is scanned. You can edit the library that way.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's a fun twist on a music player. And that's this week's project. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad it was a an original novel idea that we were inspired by different things. I wanted to originally just make a Minecraft looking jukebox. Lamar's like, why don't we do Lego? Love Lego. And the Duplos are really fun. They're I don't know if you can see, but
they're fun until building. They're fun until
kind of
you get multiple sets and they're like scattered all over.
Right. Yeah, with the brick box set, it just has like just some basic, colors and basic bricks. So I was like playing around with different little scenes and little structures that are really, really simple and minimalistic. They remind me a lot of like Bauhaus artwork, where it's just like super clean, rounded edges and stuff. But yeah, I built these just for like photos and stuff. You'll notice that these are just like little adornments to it. But I think it was fun to experiment with making Duplo compatible, prints. So, for example, the knob is probably the coolest way to assign some sort of flair to it.
It lets you know that it's the Duplo.
Yeah. Like you can go crazy. Like there's this long kind of circular bit, and you can make it so it's like a flywheel or something. It's kind of cool.
Now there's so many different shapes. Like there's a Spider-Man one. There's a
right.
Year one. So there's like spaceships. There's like every Lego one. There's a Duplo version of it.
That's funny. Yeah. If folks want, they can also print the basic knob. I think this one's fun if you want to show off more of the color because it's got a smaller diameter. So you can really see the color here. Yeah. I had to make this kind of bigger because I got to accommodate for like the brick.
Yeah.
But this like really shows the diffused NeoPixel that's on board the rotary encoder.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah. You also added some fun things, like you added a rainbow swirl in the NeoPixel. You a boot. That was a really fun one to add. I think you also made
your idea to differentiate between the modes.
Oh, the modes, yeah. That was a cool little touch there. Yeah.
There's a bunch of some error checking stuff too. Like if
oh, right.
I don't remember them now. There's so many.
Yeah. I might just
checking
I think I might add a playground note and just throw up the code up there if folks want to like really go nuts with it, because it's Claude code and it's a lot. It's a lot of extra code. But it's really fun. I really like how it expands it. Yeah.
There was like I can't remember any of them.
So I know there's a lot, but it's all common.
The freshest thing is the next project that I'm working on. That's what I remember now.
Okay.
All the error checking for that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's a good inspirational project for folks, as what we tend to do here. And this continues. The Feather PropMaker RP200 continues to be one of my favorite boards, just because like that's what we want to do.
There's so much more, even to the Feather board. Like the way that the Yodo is set up, there's a NeoPixel strip on the outer side to continue with the red, because red for when you go to sleep is supposed to help you,
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Not off. So I wanted to add a NeoPixel strip and like do a little cutout.
That would be cool. That would be actually
with the translation. So you see that, but it's like I gotta move on, man.
Yeah, I gotta move on. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Declan was already impressed with the adding that meditation functionality. So it's like, okay, it's good. The red is shining there anyway.
Yeah, I think the next version, the next evolution of this music player is to have a full-on like iPod like screen where you have a menu and you can use maybe an Anno rotary encoder because it has the scroll wheel that's like an iPod already, and just make it like a full-blown like music player. I mean, we kind of have one with John's MP3 Walkman player.
I kind of like, although they'd be low resolution, the way that the Yoda one is with the matrix display, or maybe like the super,
cool,
the more dense NeoPixel or more dense matrix display where it has like little tiny ones.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
There, with the black acrylic. I mean, it looks cool. The bigger Yodo, it does look cool with the little graphics that it plays on it.
Yeah, little animated kind of GIF style things playing. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so let's do your prototype, and then I want to talk about a shop talk tool. about audio because I think it would have worked for this project. If I found it a little bit later, I would have played with them more. But yeah, let's take a look at Pedro. What are you prototyping?
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this week's What Are We Prototyping? PT found really cool inspiration, like a art frame that looks like it was melting, and he wanted some IoT images to get pulled down from, in this case, the Cleveland Art Museum. So it just pulls down random images to display on an art display. I'm just using a Pi portal back here. So it just uses the API from that to display an art exhibit museum artwork. So it's pretty much just like a Pi portal stand. I think it's an interesting way to display it on the side there. I tried doing some like scanning of like some interesting art frames that's going on like at the Festival of the Arts right now.
Okay.
And I had to go in Fusion and just model it because the scanning did not work out as well, especially with the little detail. It like came out all funky. I might take it into like Nomad and do some sculpting on top of this.
That's a good idea.
So yeah, I think it's a cool way to have the angle, you know, on the corner with a little bit of the, it's like an 80-degree tilt. So you know, it's not completely 90. So you're not, it's struggling to see it on a desk. So you still see what the display is on there, and you can kind of see here, it does show what the name of the art piece is.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
So it's a bronze
lamp. Got it.
So the functionality is you can tap to you know, go to the next image. I'll go off and use Adafruit IO to do a conversion from a JPEG to a bitmap, and then do some downscaling to display it on there. It takes about like a minute or so to go to the next one, because it is like scaling it down, making sure that it can the error checking to make sure that it's not like a super small image. So it's at least 320 by 240 or like at least 100 kilobytes or up, because it doesn't. It did have a tendency to like grab super low resolution pixelated images. So I added some functions in there to not, you know, even display those. So I think it's a cool, unique way to display those. This is based off of one of, I thought it was JP's, but you're saying it was Dan Calagnano's museum display. So it's just updated to work with the Lego Circuit Python, and added a bunch of the error checking, like you know, reset the Wi-Fi if it goes down, or the ESP chip to reset it. So a bunch of
error handling.
Yeah, a lot of error handling that I kept seeing on there.
Nice.
Claude was able to go ahead and fix in there. Added some like library patches because there was some funkiness going on with the MPY and PY files. So yeah, well, I think we'll that's pretty much it. So we can release this next week. Just a nice simple little frame with updated code to have that display whatever artwork. I was looking for other APIs, like I don't know, the kids right now are doing like space stuff, so stuff from NASA, but we weren't able to get any other APIs to work on this. So an art frame is fine for the way that the theme of the, you know, melted frame is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I did have this melted frame thing closer down to the edge, but because of the way the freaking USB connector, this big old, you know, it's like 15 millimeters of, you know, that you have to have a clearance for.
Yeah.
And if I have it the other way, I didn't want the cable, you know, popping out the back.
Gets rid of the illusion. That looks good though. I like how.
So unfortunately, that I had to have, you know, this extended clearance for the wire.
Oh, it looks fine.
I did have it where it was like chopping off down there, because that's what it looks like in the original Instagram inspiration that PT found, where it more of like a way down here.
Yeah.
But in the video, the dude, it's, you know, it's just an analog artwork where the dude sawed off the corner, you know, replastered it on to add that melted effect.
Yeah. Think of Salvador Dali's melting clocks, but the art is the melting clock kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you are able to go in there and like do some custom, like the startup image. So course, we got the Festival of the Arts. We got Figment on there for the boot screen.
Nice.
And add that in. Let's see, some nice beveling on the little cutout, while still being able to see all of the text for the artwork.
And you're using the regular Pi portal, is that right?
Yeah, I wanted to use the Titano, but no, those aren't in stock. I think there's just a couple of the Pi portal regular ones in stock. Oh, one.
We have one in stock.
Oh no, I better pick it up because this is the last one.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so this one's the special. It uses a Wi-Fi coprocessor. I think it's the ESP32 vanilla, and it's got an M4 chip on it from Atmel. I think it's an M4. Yeah, and a bunch of other extra things like micro SD card. Oh,
yes, it is using the micro SD card to do the caching for the images. Yeah. So you're going to need a little SD card for that.
Really? Okay, yeah. It's 320 by 240 TFT, 3.2 inch. It is a touch screen, which is cool. It's got a light sensor, temperature sensor built into it, and dozens of projects.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. So that will be next week's project.
Yes. I wonder if I do some like dual extrusion or something with the little whatever this is called, the flare things. But I think I'll just do the sculpting inside of a Nomad to have that smoothed out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We were laughing a little earlier. I was trying to print this in the Overture silky gold, like the shiny gold, but it disintegrated as soon as I took it out of the printer. This was like a brand new out of the plastic seal spool.
Oh no, it has a shelf life.
I guess so.
It's like buying expired eggs or something from the supermarket, but with BLA. Wow. Do you have a video of that? I want to see that.
Yeah, I'll post it up.
You take the print off and it just crumbles in your hand.
Yeah.
Wild. All right.
So yeah, the little splash is acting as the tripod for this.
Yeah. Yeah. What filament are you using then for this? It's like a gold.
The PropMaker
Gold.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of like sparkliness to it.
Sure, maybe some glitter particles in there.
Yeah, tiny bit of little glitter. And the reason why the screen is all funny looking here is because I still have the what's it called, the protective film is still on it.
Oh my god, you're like,
I always save it till the end because of, no, I'll rip it off right before I start filming.
Okay,
it's mostly because it's like, I'm putting it on and taking it off. All of the different prototype prints took a little bit to get the angle to not flop over. And clearance and all that. So doing all that.
Good. It's almost like one of those gravity defying like wine holders, wine bottle holders. Kind of reminds me of that. Where it's like, how is it not falling off the table? It's just center of gravity is right where it needs to be.
Yeah, especially with the little 80-degree tilt that we have going on in there.
Very cool. All right. That'll be next week. Cool. All right. If folks want to pick up a Pi Portal or a Feather PropMaker RP2040 or anything else that we have in stock, please put an order in and use our coupon code PLAYMUSIC to get 10% off your order. The coupon code is good for the next 24 hours. All right. Next up, I wanted to highlight a kind of a tool that was brought to my attention. If we go to the Adafruit Learn site and click on Playground, there is a Playground note that caught my interest. This was from Dan Ack. He says, "Getting my Fruit Jam clock to speak." And in this article, Dan talks about his experience on creating audio files for his speaking clock using the Adafruit Fruit Jam. And what got me interested in is this website, Copilot Audio Expression from Microsoft. And this is what's doing AI generated audio. And you might think, well, why would I want that? Well, if you are working on a project and you want some audio and spoken in a different kind of an enthusiastic voice in an enthusiastic style, this is actually an interesting tool that generates MP3 files using AI models to create, audio, spoken word, only in English right now. But I opened the site. I was impressed with the quality of the audio, and the different styles you can apply. So they have 3 different modes: emotive, story, scripted. Scripted is like if you just wanted to say what you want. Emotive is like if you just say one word, it'll like enhance the wording with just additional stuff. There's different voice models ranging from British to American to Australian, and male and female. There's different tonalities of the voice that's spoken. So you have joy, sadness, determination, on and on. They have some really weird ones like a witch, pirate, goblin, Scottish innkeeper. So they have a robot one. It's pretty wild. So I was playing around with it, and I wish I saw this earlier because I probably would have used it. So let's play with it for a bit. So that is the rain voice, and it's the style is joy, and the mode is motive. So let's just put a color and say red. Did you hear that, by the way, on your end?
I did not.
Did not? Okay. So I think what's going on is the audio is getting canceled out because it's coming out of my computer speakers. So just, I'll drop in a link here if folks want to play around with it. I think for audio-based projects, like this is kind of a good tool. It's free to use. I don't feel comfortable distributing audio files from here because I don't know where they're getting these models from. I swear one of them sounds like Scarlett Johansson. So I'm not sure. Another one actually sounds like the voice that's in the Yodo player, the kind of enthusiastic British voice.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they used.
Yeah, let's see if you can hear this one. Okay, can't hear that one. All right. Yeah. Let me see. Can you hear this one?
Ladies and gentlemen, gather round. Let's take a moment to analyze this fascinating situation. The color, it's coming in strong. Just give me a second. And there it is. Yes, folks, the color I'm sensing, the one that's dominating the scene, is none other than blue. What an exciting revelation.
Did you hear the tonality and the expression that's coming out of that? It's like, I could do that, but you can have this AI model do it for you. I don't know where I stand with like,
this
is jobs away from voice actors. Probably
related. I had a dream that I had to do your voiceover with an AI.
Oh, that's
like on vacation or something, and then PT just posted this.
Preserve a lover's one's voice and personality forever. Oh dear goodness. Yeah, this is getting really kooky, folks. With AI.
Yeah, but I was like, in the dream, I'm typing the I would declaw. I'd be like, write a script like
right.
Noah would write for this video here, and it did your voice and it did your script.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think there's some AI
the weird dreams I have
stuff. Dreams about AI.
I dream about doing that I was having AI do a script like you would with your voice.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you folks now, I'm not using AI to do my voiceovers. I do them.
Or the script.
The script.
You actually sit down, watch.
I don't use AI to write it for me. And I don't know how I feel about doing that. There was some controversy with your on Instagram, your voice, if you do a reel in Instagram, you can have your voice.
I kept forgetting to send you that.
Model.
All of our Adafruit ones have been converted.
In
I
different
kept forgetting
languages,
to send you one.
But using your voice, right?
It sounds good.
It sounds good, right?
I keep forgetting to send you. You can listen to all of ours in Instagram. Yeah. You can hear yourself in what you sound like.
I want to hear what I sound like in Spanish, even though
you can do that right now. Go to any of the videos that we post every single day. There's a little translation thing.
Yeah, you need to show me that.
It sounds just like you do in Spanish, except some of the words, the long, complicated words.
Yeah,
where it's we would try to simplify it because our mom didn't have, you know, that vocabulary.
Right. Yeah.
But Lamar, like
in Spanish,
where I started noticing was the Makers video, the inspirational maker video with Lamar in it, and it sounds
like
freaking
Lamar,
good, man.
In Spanish.
Yeah, Lamar, and it's not just Spanish; it's Portuguese and French,
right? German.
I think it's just those three.
Okay,
they're probably working on it though. But yeah, it sounds really good.
Yeah, so we're getting in this weird area where it's like AI is just.
I mean,
yeah, like look at that. Here you go.
Fully customizable character. Look, they preserved grandma.
My goodness. All right, I'm not seeing any comments on Discord. Nobody has any comments on the?
I think everybody's freaked out.
The efficacies of using AI generated models and
I actually want
your own voice being used in a different language. Yeah, Pedro's pulling it up now. I'll hear myself in Spanish, even though I
was going to pull up Lamar.
Oh, Lamar. Okay.
It's like
amazing.
Whoa.
Yeah. So anyway, if you shout out to Dan Ack for bringing this new website AI tool to my attention, because I think it's okay. I'm not distributing the audio files. I'm not selling the audio files. I'm not making any money from it. So I think it's okay to play around with. And I think for Dan, same thing here. Like this is probably a good use of a voice AI model to generate just numbers, the month, the date, the name of the month. He's got a bunch of stuff here, and it's a good use of like, how do I create a script that will convert the MP3s into waves, because that's what he wants his project to do, but also combining, stringing together different audio generated audio to make a speaking clock. So you can see here, he's got all his wave files listed out. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Here's Lamar in Spanish.
Okay, here we go, folks.
Where's my camera? So you can see the video, because I don't know how to pipe it in.
Right. All right.
La gente es más feliz cuando es realmente creativa, cuando está haciendo cosas con sus manos, cuando puede ver lo que hace. Cuando eres un ingeniero o un creador, todo a tu alrededor son solo materiales, algo que puedes usar como parte de tu forma de arte. No es divertido programar solo por programar. Tiene que haber algo al final que sea tan genial que el esfuerzo que le pones haga que valga la pena. No puedes comprar eso. Tienes que construirlo. La recompensa es cuando has construido algo que nadie más ha construido antes. Y de eso se trata hacer cosas, la ingeniería y la programación. Es un poco difícil empezar, pero es difícil empezar cualquier cosa, ¿verdad? Cualquier tipo de cosa que quieras, como por ejemplo, yo realmente quiero aprender a andar en patineta. Es muy difícil, te caes un par de veces. Y ya sabes, es un poco doloroso al principio y es frustrante. Si no fuera frustrante, entonces no sería tan maravilloso cuando sale bien. Eso es lo que hace que valga la pena.
Even the mom could hear, watch that and be like, oh, I know what.
Yeah. Lo entiendo. Lo entiendo. Ahora sí sabe.
What the kids do. She can show that to her friends. What do your kids do? There you go.
Yeah, she can play that
in
video.
The language they can understand with the tone. You heard the background music was there, like the even the words, like
the way she's speaking, her tonality, her cadence is all captured. And you can hear the breath almost too, like being spoken. And
even like what I thought were sling words, or the way that she uses the pena. I forget what that word translates.
Kind of like it makes me a little embarrassed or a little shy. Me da pena, that sort of thing.
No,
right?
But it's used not in that word. It's used in a way of the it's not pain. It's the not the struggle is worth it. It's the
desire.
It's worth it. It's worth it in the end, I think, is what the translation says. But using the word pena, that's how you would really use that word.
Okay.
That's what amazed me, that the use of words were, in Spanish, words, 3 words can be, or 1 word can be 3 different ways based on context.
Based on the context,
Know that. That's what I'm trying to get at, where it's like, whoa.
It's really good. Like I understood that perfectly, and it sounded like a perfect one-to-one.
Yeah. Which then again lets us know, no, that is not slang. That is how you use that word in that context, you know?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Like I was saying, it's in Portuguese and what are the other ones? Oh, it's gone now.
No. So how did you get to in that mode?
Inside this is Instagram only. There should be a little view translation, and there Hindi too, Portuguese.
Yeah.
So what does she sound like in Hindi?
Yeah. Well, that I can't actually. We don't speak Hindi. We speak Spanish.
No,
so
but now
we can review it and be impressed that, oh crap, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
And
but
in Hindi,
in terms of market, like global, this is good in our sense for being able to reach more people,
right?
Because now they can understand, and since they were able to get the Spanish tonality and the translation of things in what sounds natural, not slang, but the way that the word is used in context makes me feel like, oh wow, it might be doing the same thing in Hindi and Portuguese,
Yeah. Wow.
Right? I know. I kept forgetting to send you that. This was how long ago when this one was posted?
I think they started doing this like a couple months ago, if I remember correctly.
January,
I remember seeing someone on Instagram that I follow was like, hey, I don't know if I like this. This is creepy. And they're like, I'm going to turn it off. I was like,
so the ones that made me realize were the all the botany stuff that I watch. A lot of it is in South America. So
so you have to go the other way where it's in English.
I went back to Spanish because it sounds like you could see the mouth like moving funny. But because I understand Spanish, I know the slang of it. It sounds funny to me in English. The way they're describing things. So I switched it back to Spanish.
Okay. Wow.
It sounds more natural. There are some things that they're not able to translate, like some feelings of things don't sound correct in English.
Yeah.
What a funny rabbit hole for the
because
what this is. Right.
Vince is saying he's got a comment. He says, I won't use my voice, but I like playing with image and voice AI, which that's a fair point. And then Tyeth is saying he actually contributed to the Mozilla Common Voice to help the world's models. Interesting. Okay.
Have like a UK accent to it.
Yeah. Well, in the Copilot thing, there's quite a few accents. There's British, Australian. One of them sounds like I don't know if you watch the show Bluey from the BBC. This sounds like Chili, the mom from Bluey. Like it sounds just like her. So I don't know if that's like ethical.
So the craziest one, now that we're on this, I just saw this yesterday on TikTok. There's this Spanish Scottish lady who in the flip-flopping between Spanish and the Scottish sounding English was like, whoa, like it gives you a freaking like a glitch, because it's like I've never heard that before. A Scottish Mexican, and she's going through, speaking between the two Scottish English accent to Spanish like so freaking perfectly, and speaking like a ranchera. Where it's like, oh my god, I've never heard that before. And one of the funniest comments was like, wow, the smooth transition between Coco and Brave is giving me a glitch.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
I should have saved the video to send you.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, send me that stuff.
I've never heard that before.
That's rare. Yeah.
So there are along the contributing, to the Mozilla Common Voice. If you have a crazy, interesting one like that, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it'll get that crazy. Like, okay, I want it spoken in Spanish, but in the style of an Australian or the style of a Scottish accent. Yeah. But what's crazy about this, I really wish I could demo more of it. Like when you go between like the pirate sound, like it's saying things that aren't words. So like, yar, and it's like very animated and expressive to where it's like, how the heck is it doing that? Because those aren't words. Those are sound effects, and it's so seamless and smooth. So check it out if you want to play with it. I almost wonder, like, I wonder if Yodo used this tool.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Some of these models for their voice stuff.
The voice that I have on the Meta glasses is Kristen Bell, so I hear Princess Anna in my head every time I get notifications.
Wow. Yeah.
I wonder if you can hear it. Hey Meta. Hey Meta. Battery life?
Battery 63%.
It sounds like her, yeah. Ask Meta, tell me a joke.
Hey Meta. Tell me a joke.
Why did the dynamite go to therapy? It had a lot of explosive issues.
Great dad joke. Can you tell her to sing it? Meta, sing me
sing me a song.
Yeah, sing me
sing me Frozen or something.
Yeah. Let It Go.
Still listening.
I forgot the song. Let It Go. Sing me Golden from Demon Hunter. All right, don't do that. We don't want to. We're killing time here. We're over time. Oh no, we spent too much time talking about AI. Sorry, folks.
It's pretty interesting way where it's going, especially with.
Sorry. Yeah, that's like the super far crazy mode where it's like,
oh man, it's here right now.
Yeah,
I don't know unless PT made this with AI.
Yeah, I don't
know. This week for Community Makes on Timelapse Tuesday, we have this. PT found this. It is a 2DOF rolling joint. This thing is pretty cool. Used in robotics. This is a remix. The original one was made in metal. It was CNC'd, I'm guessing for like a robot neck or shoulder or something. The hero here is the butter, the real butter, because otherwise, without the lubrication, this would not work. Like the tolerance is a little tight, but one little drop and everything like is nice and smooth and fit perfectly. Yeah, so that real butter, man, I'm gonna have to get another bottle. I keep using it.
When you say real butter, you got to be like, hey, this is a lubricant. It's just has a brand name called Real Butter, which I'm gonna say it's for like reels,
it's for roller bearings, roller skates, and skateboards.
I'm thinking like a reel, as in like a fishing rod reel.
Oh no!
That's what I look for. Let's go to your screen here.
REAL.
Make this bigger.
So 2DOF.
Yeah, so this is a cool joint, maybe for a neck mechanism or something.
A shoulder or something. Maybe what they're using in all the robots that were at CES. But yeah, super cool.
Yeah, so 2 degrees of freedom.
Yeah, 2 degrees of freedom. All these pins that are being used, which can slide easily back in and out thanks to the lubrications. Did require a bit of support material because of the way that this little angle is. Other than that, yeah, you can definitely find a use for this if you're doing some robotics.
Sure. Okay. Let's see. It's a model on Thingiverse. The person who uploaded it says it's not their original design, but they do link to the source.
Yes. Yep.
It's the rolling joint, not my design. Link in the summary. Here's some pictures of some of the parts, some of the CAD. Everything fits on a plate. Here is, I guess, a video demonstrating what it can be used for in a bigger context. Here's, I guess, another video of it. The original design is on YouTube. He recreated the whole thing in CAD, and it works well. That's cool. I mean, as long as you say that. Made it snap fit pins that work quite well. There's build materials. Hope you like it. Printed on a Prusa. Very cool. All right. And this was submitted by PT, a PT request here. Cool. Yeah. All right. It's a free model. So check it out. Okay. And just add a drop of that oil, synthetic oil, lubricant.
Yeah, one drop to the pins, to the little connector bits, and then the base, the little holes for the base. Drop on each one of those so that the sliding works excellent. This will work with any tight tolerance thing, so definitely recommend getting a bottle.
All right, very nice.
All right, it's lasted 10 years. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Because you need so little, like a tiny little drop.
Yeah. Okay, that's this week's Timelapse Tuesday. We'll quickly take a look at this week's community makes. We have 2 this week. First one up is a remix. This one's posted up by Printables user. It is a remix of the top cover for the Raspberry Pi AI camera. So remember we did this wearable Pi Zero camera like 10 years ago? Well, they wanted to remix the top cover so that it fits their AI camera. I'm not sure which one, but that's what they said. And I'm not sure what their name is here. Rudvogen on Printables. And the last one this week is this was posted by Lost in Minnesota. That's their handle on Printables. And this is a make of the wire spool holder that we published a little bit ago. And it says that it was printed on an Ender Creality V2 Neo. And it's got their spools of wire here. All nice. Looks like a remix, though. I don't remember having all that there. But they posted it as a make, so cool. All right. That's this week's community makes. Thank you, folks, for posting up your makes, your remixes. We love seeing those. Before we end the show, we want to let folks know that we do have a coupon code good for today. Play music will get you 10% off your order. Anything in the Adafruit shop that's in stock. You can apply that code to your order. Thank you. All right. I think we're all caught up on the chats. Duester saying that those come in handy and processes that have rollers that are a little misaligned from the motor. And time flies when you're having fun. Yep. Yeah, we're just chatting it up here. We're hanging out. We're 3D hanging. I think that's all the things I wanted to cover. Cool. All right. We're going to close up the show. Later tonight, we're going to have, I think, show and tell. It starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And Ask an Engineer might still be on hold. But if it does happen, it'll happen at 8 p.m. or later. But for show and tell, if it happens, I think I'm going to come on and I'm going to load up some of those AI-generated audio clips and see how they like it or something. I don't know. But we invite you to come on the Adafruit Show and Tell. Again, scheduled to be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Hosted this week by Mrs. Lady Ada and Philip Terone. Mr. Lady Ada, they'll be hosting. They hosted it last week and the week before that. So they've been pretty consistent on hosting Show and Tell. What are you laughing at over there?
I'm laughing at Ian's comment on the preserved loved ones AI.
Oh, is that like on?
If I gave this to my daughters and unplug it and put it in the closet, I'd end up in a Goodwill.
Oh my gosh! I don't know if she wants to share Don't share that.
Makes me think of the urns that were found at Goodwill.
Oh my! We really went the dark twist here on the show, man. At the end. Anyway, please come on, Show and Tell if you have something to show. We'll drop in a link to the StreamYard on Discord, so check that out. Thank you, everybody, so much for hanging out, putting up with us and our AI nonsense. Try to keep it grounded here. Yeah, I'll see you folks tonight. And we'll be back next week with a new project. But until then, remember to make a great day. Soon we'll be like, generate a great day with AI. Bye, everybody.